Life during the pandemic posed serious threats on women and children from the homes to streets. You hear complaints of harassment, sexual assault, domestic violence, and many other issues. Women live in fear and trauma every day as a result of sexual gender-based violence, which includes rape, sexual abuse, and battery, forced abortion, among others. On September 11, 2020, the President of Liberia, His Excellency President George Weah, declared rape as a national emergency. But since the declaration, sexual gender-based violence in Liberia continued to increase. In a one-day webinar organized by Journalists for Human Rights and partners, civil society actors in the media discussed the impact of COVID-19.
COVID-19 is no excuse for human rights violation. There are still increase of sexual and gender-based violence cases in the country, and we've seen limited or no action being taken. We also realized that the pandemic further worsened the pre-existing human rights violation in the country, particularly with the most vulnerable, looking at women, girls, and children. We know that the cases of sexual and gender-based violence, looking at the report, children are violated, ages between 2 to 18 years.
Speaking on behalf of the National Civil Society Organization of Liberia, Madam Loretta Popkai explained the number of SGBV cases received.
Over the period between 2020 March to August this year, we received more than 950 cases, ranging from rape, which was the highest incidence, and domestic violence, sodomy, sexual assault, and you just name it, but rape was the highest.
Taking a look at the challenges women faced during the pandemic, the former communication manager at the U.S.-Liberia Clinical Research Partnership on Vaccines and Infectious Diseases in Liberia, Hassan Kewu, named some problems women encountered during COVID-19.
Some of the problems that women encountered during the COVID, you found out that the women were most affected. The isolation, loneliness, uncertainty, rape, and that sort of thing. And it appears that these things have gone unpunished, and that the lockdown appears to have given greater freedom to even abusers. There's a need for community awareness. There's a need for change of mind so that we can all live peacefully.
For her part, the Executive Director for Legal Counsel Organization for Women and Children highlighted the human rights violations during the outbreak of the coronavirus.
With the virus outbreak in Liberia, being aware of people's basic rights, people were beating people who were disabled. Like this girl who lost her pregnancy when the curfew caught her at Famuma. She lost her pregnancy because the police beat her, and up to now she has not gotten redress.
Anthony Mobedo-Dry also explained the bad handling of sexual gender-based violence and domestic violence cases in courts.
Gender-based violence, the domestic violence law, how are they taking it in the courts? Some people don't view harassment as a criminal offense, even though it is written in the domestic violence law. Some of our judges, magistrates, sadly, I'm not indicting anyone here, but it's the truth. Most of them are abusers in the home by virtue of their upbringing in our society today. They abuse their wives emotionally and some of them physically. So if you take a domestic matter before them, definitely you know that matter is not going to be heard. How long are these matters being countenanced before the court?
This story was produced with support from Journalists for Human Rights through its mobilizing media in the fight against COVID-19 in partnership with Front Page Africa and the Female Journalists Association of Liberia. My name is Musu W. Davis.